Jai Gurudev, could you please explain what it really means to be grounded on the spiritual path?
Last week, when I was in Lanzarote, when we were doing the air element, this is the first element actually. We were saying, on the spiritual path, this is one thing which people lose, they lose ground. They start flying. Not literally, of course, their body is here. But their mind is flying around so much. And the most funny thing is, they believe that. That's why it is important, you see. But you can see the different. People who fly around, they don't understand anything about spirituality. They have just read few books, they find it fancy, and they start imagining. They're imagining in their mind all sort of stories, Of course, when you start feeding that mind with fantasy, do you think you will be grounded? Then you change. You're in a dream world, Then the reality change for you. But that don't lead you anywhere, because it is fantasy. So when you are in a fantasy world, can you listen to anybody? You can't. That's why on the spiritual path, the Guru always said, be grounded. If you're not grounded, how would you reach the supreme abode, You will not. You will be into the fantasy world. So, being grounded, you see, when we analyze a true master is more human than all spiritual people put together. Because each person wants to think, that they are very special. Each one, very often you think that how wonderful I am. Of course you are wonderful, don't get me wrong, you are beautiful. And you are wonderful. But it's a different state of thinking. There is one way of saying, yes, I am wonderful, I accept myself how God has created me. But there's another way, with the ego, we say, yes, I'm wonderful. And I accept myself how I am. It's the same word, but how you put it is different. So that comes when we have the right knowledge. The Guru will always teach you to be grounded, not to fly around. You see, nowadays you see so many courses, people teaching this, become an angel, become this, become that, If it was so easy, let it go, do. You don't even know yourself yet, you want to become an angel? Wings doesn't grow just like that, And this is the thing. Then you start flying with your brain. And then you lose ground. There were once a man, actually I know him, his name was Mark. He was an opera singer from southern France. This man wanted to meet his master. So he went to a monastery in Greece, on the holy mountain, the mountain where there are a lot of monks. There he met Staritz, a holy man. So he wanted instruction from that holy man. So the holy man instructed him, tell him to practice certain practice, which he did. So after 6 months of very intense practice, he started to levitate. So when he started levitating, he was really flying. Levitating means really bodily flying, not mind flying. So he went to his master with very, when you also levitate, there's certain levitation also very proudly inside of you. So he went to the master and said to the master, I was praying and I was flying. The master looked at him and said, okay, show me. So he started praying and he stopped flying. The master went in the corner, got a huge stick and gave him a good beating. But he remembered throughout his life. This is when you have a master to make you ground yourself. So you don't have any chance to fly with your mind. You understand? In Hinduism, when we come to the master, first thing what we do? We bow down to the master, no? So the bowing down to the master, like I said yesterday, the whole essence of the master is fully present in the feet of the master. No? So when you bow down to the master, your Atma recognizes something. No? And the Atma is saying, even you who have realized the divine, but still you have both feet on the ground. You're fully rooted. The master could fly, but the disciple fly for the master. So, like that, you bow down to the master. Another things you have to understand. If God will have sent you here on earth, being a human being, this is first thing that you have to realize. But you are a human being. You can't realize being a human being, not being a human being. You want to be a bird, and then yet you call yourself a human being. So, do you think if he wanted you to realize him from wherever you are, he can't make you realize him? It is his grace. He can make you realize him. He can, even from the astral field, no? But why you have to come here? Because you have a certain connection to this world, no? You have a certain duty to this world. And this is the sake, only when you ground yourself you can truly understand what is love. If you fly around you can't understand what is love. Because you will be too busy about yourself flying, but you will not have time to love. So, that's why on the spiritual path, when you truly, this is your path, Because not every spiritual path teaches you to also ground yourself and make your relationship with God. You know? There are many coasters where you will go, will tell you, yes, fly. Because it doesn't have any aim. You know? Then you fly. Just like somebody who is adventuring into a forest without any guide. No? What happened? You can be sure you will get lost. Or a boat in the middle of the sea without any compass. Where would they go? They keep turning. Sometimes north will be south, south will be north, you will keep turning. But those who can read the stars, they will have a sense of direction. So they know where they're going. Understand? That's why grounding is important. So please don't dig the soil and ground yourself. The Guruji have said to ground myself. Go in your backyard, make a hole and